Alrighty, so I did want to just take a moment and thank everybody for taking time out of their evening to attend this evening's Troop Leader training for the 2022 Fall Product Program. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Emma Meyer and I am the Director of Product Sales for the Girl Scouts of Central Illinois. This is my second Fall Product Program flying solo, but it is about my fifth Fall Product Program being in the mix of running it. So I'm happy to be here and happy to work with all of you and get you ready for the fall product program that will kick off in just about a week. So I also wanted to welcome again, Meg. She is from the Bloomington office, and I just wanted to thank her for being a council representative that will jump on for me. I also wanted to just make sure before we dive in tonight that I do cover a couple of housekeeping items. First of all, I am recording this evening's training. That is done so I can share this with our fellow Girl Scouts. If they weren't able to attend this evening, then I will be able to share this with them. This will also be available to view via GSLearn. So if at the end of this, you're left maybe with a question, you are more than welcome to reach out to anyone from the Girl Scout staff that you are in contact with, but you are also more than welcome to refer back to this video, which will be available on GSLearn. I also wanted to again mention, if you don't mind remaining muted while I am presenting, this again just helps maintain the quality of the recording for the future. I will be pausing periodically throughout the training to answer any questions. You can place those in the chat. You can also ask those live once I pause for questions periodically. It is also very difficult on a Zoom training like this to take attendance. And so in order to help us better know which troops have attended the training and know what's going on, if you don't mind, if you have the chat availability while in Zoom, go ahead and put your name and troop number, and that way then now that I'm recording, that will be saved and I can share that then with all of our team members. So I will also be trying to remember periodically to remind any guests as they're popping in to pop that troop number in as well. If you don't have the ability to enter a troop number into chat, don't worry. At the end of the program, I'm going to pop up my email address on the screen, and that way you can just shoot me a quick email and say, hey, I'm so-and-so from Troop XYZ, and I attended tonight's training. So that just helps us stay on top, and we don't have to bug you then because we know you've been trained. So I did want to mention that unfortunately our M2 representative for the fall product program was unable to join us. He's out of state this evening, but he does send his regards, and he does say we're one of his favorite councils, and he is sorry that he missed us. So we do miss Aaron, and hopefully someday all of you will have the pleasure of meeting him because he really makes this fall product program work for our girls. So as we get started, I am going to go ahead and take myself off of camera. That's going to help the recording and your sound a little bit, and that's also going to save you from seeing me wave my hands all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and take myself down and get ready to get started here. All right, so again, I wanted to welcome you to the 2022 Fall Product Program. This is our training for our troop leaders. This year's theme is Go Bright Ahead. And I'm excited about that as we are again looking at another year of more normal activities. We're getting back into going bright ahead with our Girl Scouts. So very excited about this year's theme. So I wanted to just take a moment and thank each and every one of you for your attendance. Not only your attendance, but what you offer to the Girl Scout program. By running a troop, by attending tonight's training, by offering them the opportunity to participate in fall product, you're really helping to develop your girls' Girl Scout experience. And so we really could not do this without our troop leaders. And so I did just want to take a moment to thank you for your time this evening, as well as to just make sure that you know we appreciate all that you do to help our troops and help our girls. So thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. So this year's fall product program will begin next Friday, September 23rd. That is the day that our Girl Scouts will receive their emails to kick off their program, design their avatar, and start their sales. Girls will then have through October 17th to participate in online and in-person sales, and then we begin to wrap up the program. So just taking a look at tonight's agenda, we're going to make sure we cover troop profit, the products we're offering this year, the troop materials you'll need for a successful sale. We'll take a look at the M2 media system a little bit, as well as our girl rewards. We'll discuss product pickup locations and also take a look at troop finances. So, and again, you see our Go Bright Ahead and our Hawaiian monk seal mascot here. So the 2022 Fall Product Program, just as a reminder, or for those of you that are new, we really find that the Fall Product Program is a lot of fun for our girls. It is very interactive. The girls can interact with one another. And so it's really nice for them to be able to design an avatar that looks like themselves. And it's really just a lot of fun for them. In each year, there are new components added. And let me tell you, I got to design my avatar yesterday, and it took me a minute to go through all of the different options that I could have to make the avatar really represent myself. So that is an excellent opportunity for our Girl Scouts. And another great feature about this year's Fall Product Program is that all magazine sales will again be online. So for those of you that have been leaders for a while, you may remember the days of the paper order forms, but we no longer have to keep track of those paper forms. All magazine orders are online. So that's a nice feature for all of us as far as keeping track of those magazine orders. So taking a look at what's new for 2022, the very first thing, and I think the most exciting thing, is this year there will be a troop profit increase. So our troops will now receive $1.25 for each nut and candy item sold. It used to be $1 per item, so that is an increase, as well as now troops will receive $3 for each magazine sold, and that's up from $2.50. So I'm very excited to be able to offer this opportunity to our troops to give them a little bit extra profit for all of their hard work during the Fall Product Program. We also have a tin lineup change. So you may remember that the caramel treasures were an item that were available in the holiday tin. Unfortunately, that variety will no longer be available, and that will be replaced by the chocolate covered pretzels. So we will still have the Girl Scout memorabilia tin as well as the 2 holiday tin options, but this year the chocolate covered pretzels will replace the caramel treasures. We do have a couple product price increases, just like what we see in our grocery stores, at the pump, and everywhere. The cost of everything is going up. And so unfortunately, the cost of tin has gone up so much that Ashton Farms did have to pass that along to the customers. So tin items are now $12. And the English butter toffee is now a $9 item. That is a misprint that I just caught. It is not $8, it is a $9 item. That's one of our top selling items. And again, that did increase to a $9 item. The last really new feature of the 22 Fall Product Program this year is we did update the goals for a girl to earn their personalized patch. So this year, a girl will need to share her site. There is a share my site feature that she will use, plus sending 18 or more emails from the M2 site to customers, selling $300 in total sales. So that is nuts, candy, and magazines, as well as designing their avatar. So those are really the 4 new or important features or changes for the 2022 program. But before we roll along to talk about troop responsibilities and what fall product looks like for you, I wanted to pause to make sure if anyone had any questions before we got moving. All right, well, I'm not seeing any questions pop up, which is great, but again, we will continue to pause periodically. I have admitted a lot of new troops to the training as we've been rolling along. So those of you that have joined us, if you haven't already, if you have the chat feature in Zoom, go ahead and put your name and troop number in the chat for us. If you don't have that feature, no worries. I will have my email at the top of the screen at the end of the training, and you can send me a quick email letting me know that you were in attendance. So that's just for any of the troops who haven't kind of quote unquote signed in with me. We will go ahead and move along here then and take a look at the troop leader or troop fall product coordinator responsibilities. So as the troop leader or the fall product coordinator, you are asked to complete the fall product troop level training, which congratulations, you are completing as we speak. So that's great. Then we do ask that all of our troops turn around and conduct a girl and parent training just to get your girls and parents ready for the fall product program. In that training, that's probably where you will distribute program materials to girls and parents. So things like our order cards, all that kind of information will be distributed by the troop leader. You also may choose to enter the troop orders. So we do have in-person orders being collected by our girls on an order card. And so troops really have two different ways that they can handle how these order cards are entered into the M2 system. Some troops choose to ask their parents to enter the orders from their Girl Scouts order card onto the online site. Other troop leaders collect all of their Girl Scouts order cards and then enter them themselves. That is something that is completely up to you and your troop, however you best function, but do know you have the ability to ask the parents to enter the order card information for their Girl Scout. Then as the troop leader, you will help coordinate and make sure that the products and rewards are picked up and then distributed to the Girl Scouts. And you'll also work on collecting and depositing money into your troop bank account. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about outstanding balances later, but another one of the responsibilities would be to submit any outstanding balance forms, and along with that form would be the parent permission form for that girl and any receipts by December 1st. But we're going to really dive into that outstanding balance process here just a little bit later in the training. We do have girl parent training resources available for you, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel and create your own materials. You can go to our council website, which has been newly updated. Our webmaster has worked very, very hard to get that looking great. And so that will be a great touch point for all forms and training materials. And then tomorrow, when our leaders receive their emails from M2 to register their site, you can also use a lot of girl parent training resources from M2 as well. So a lot of good details at both of those sites. So before we take a look at the fall product program as a whole, I wanted to see if there were any questions. All right, I don't see or hear any, so we will continue. But again, feel free to ask any questions in the chat, and we will keep pausing periodically for any questions. So looking at eligibility, your Girl Scouts are eligible to participate in the program as long as they do not have an outstanding debt to your troop or our council. And we also ask that each of our Girl Scouts have a signed parent permission form. And that will become very important again later when we dive into the outstanding balance process. But it is just a great idea to have all of your Girl Scouts go ahead and complete a parent permission form with their parent, have them sign that, and then I would collect those and just hold on to those for the program year just in case. But again, each Girl Scout who participates in fall product will need a signed parent permission form. A troop can participate in fall product as long as your troop does not owe any outstanding balance to our council and all of your adult members are registered. We also ask that you are what is called ACH ready, which means that you have completed our ACH form, which is formally known as the Authorization Agreement for Direct Payment form. So for those of you who are new troop leaders, you may be in the process of completing that form. Those of you that are veteran troop leaders, you are more than welcome to keep the same ACH form. We just ask if there is any sort of a change that you update that with your membership coordinator, and that way we have you ACH ready for the fall product program. And we also ask that each of the troop leaders who are participating in the fall product program also sign and complete a troop coordinator agreement form. A form should have been included in the packets that you picked up or will pick up from your service unit coordinator or your local service center. But if you need additional copies, those will be available at your local service center as well. Now, we do know that fall is that time of year where we are busy getting troops started. And so we definitely want new troops to dive in and get an opportunity to help add to their bank account right away. So we do offer a pay by check option for the fall product program. So a troop can choose to pay by check. And so you would pay your troop balance to your local service center by November 30th. And that way the troop is still able to participate in the fall product program. So if your troop is not quite ACH ready, it's an option for fall product to pay by check. So taking a look then at more fall product details, we again are offering 16 nut and candy items on our order card. We are offering magazines via our online magazine sales. And we are also offering Adopt a Soldier nut and candy vouchers. Now, if a customer is shopping online at one of our Girl Scouts links, they may choose to shop for direct ship. And if so, they actually can shop from the entire Ashton Farms nut and candy collection, not just the 16 nut and candy items. However, if an online customer wants to shop via in-person delivery, girl delivery, then they will be limited to those 16 nut and candy items from our order card. So we'll talk a little bit more about those delivery options, but again, lots of good nut and candy items, lots of favorites, makes great gifts for teachers and things. If you look down at the bottom of the screen, those two tins that are pictured are the tins for 2022. So it's a Girl Scout memory tin with badges and swaps. And then we have a Chickadee holiday tin. So we have lots of girl resources available. So each girl will receive a nut and candy order card. And so troops will pick up your order cards and other sales material, again, either from your local service unit coordinator, or if it's easier for you, you can swing by your local service center and pick up your paperwork from the office. So we want to make sure to get those order cards in our girls' hands, and that way they can also take a look at the rewards that are available so they can set their goals for the fall product program as well. So a girl does have two ways to participate. She can do in-person sales with friends and family and neighbors using her order card. And she can also participate in online sales through sending emails, text messages, and social media links. So pictured here is an email that a customer would receive from a Girl Scout. They have the availability to watch a video if the Girl Scout has made one for her customers. They also are able to either shop the magazine or the nut and chocolate side of things. So it's a very intuitive, easy to use site for both our girls as well as our customers. So again, we have those 16 nut and candy options. The order card is used for in-person sales, but that order card information does need to be entered into the M2 Media site. And when I go through a little bit later in the training, I have some screenshots of the site so we can take a look at them together. I will show you where you would go to enter those paper orders, but we do need to make sure that those paper orders are entered into the system. And again, troops, you can choose however you would like those entered. You can ask the parents to enter them, or you can collect them and enter them as a troop. That is completely up to you. We do recommend that the troop leader or the parent takes a picture or a copy of the order card just to make sure that in case the card is lost or misplaced, you have a copy of that to retrieve and use just in case of an issue. So as I mentioned, when a customer is shopping online, they do have two choices. The first choice is for girl delivery. They will order one of our, or hopefully multiple of our 16 offered items, and then they will choose to have their local Girl Scout deliver it to them in mid-November. What's great about this option is money is collected online. The order is automatically credited to the girl, so there is no work on the parent, the Girl Scout, or the troop leader's part. And then the product will be delivered to the troop. You as the troop will break that down and deliver it to the Girl Scout, and she will deliver it to her customer. A customer can also choose to direct ship their order. And so again, this is great for our customers who either live beyond our Girl Scouts borders. So, maybe grandma or an aunt lives out of state, or if they just feel more comfortable having the customer receive their product directly, then the customer can choose from all the different nut candy options. But again, that order is paid for online, that's automatically transferred to the girl, and then the product is shipped directly to the customer. So that is a nice, smooth way to make sure that girls have an easy process, and then troops and parents have kind of an easy button when it comes to online because there's no extra work. That sale automatically transfers. So this is what it looks like once a customer has chosen nut and candy store. Then they will either be able to choose girl delivered to save on shipping costs, or for convenience have the order shipped to them. So that is what the customer will see once they select either magazines or nut and candy. So I wanted to see, I saw a couple things pop up in the chat. I just wanted to make sure that I answered things here. So we had a leader ask, when will direct ship items be delivered? And that is a great question. There is no hard and fast rule. It does depend on things like the credit card processing, those kinds of things. But we usually say that within 5 to 10 business days, then that will be turned around and delivered to that customer. So let's see. So we had a troop leader had asked, if they order something outside of the 16 items, do we still get the proceeds? And yes, the troop will still get the proceeds. Very similar. Again, it's $1.25 per item. And so you will get credit for those, even if it's not one of the 16 we offer. And then if someone orders online, no, you don't need to worry about entering anything into M2. The online site is nice and easy, and everything is entered. Once the customer enters their information, it's transferred over to right to our systems. And so there is no work on the troop leader's part. So you don't have to worry about entering anything from online orders. And then also turning in permission slips. As far as the troop leader permission forms, you can turn those troop forms into your local service unit coordinator, or again, just bring that to your office the next time that you are in the office. And as far as the girl permission forms, just hold on to those, and that way you have those to use at the end of the sale. Then some troops choose to turn them into the office, some troops choose to hang on to them. That's really up to you and your troop, but that's what you will do with those order forms. It's easiest if you just bring that permission form with you as a troop to your troop delivery, and that way a lot of times your troop service unit coordinator will be collecting the permission forms at the delivery site. So if you bring that permission form that day in November, when you are picking up your fall product, then you will be able to trade them a permission form for your product, and everybody's good to go. All right, this is let's see. No, the troop leader permission forms do not need to be turned in before the sale. They can be turned in at the delivery, which is at the conclusion of the sale. So that's sometimes the easiest way to do that is just to wait until delivery and turn that in at that time. Let's see here. We did have a question. So for new troops, again, just to clarify what I meant by paying by check. So to be ACH ready, a troop will need to complete that authorization agreement form, which gives bank account information, signer information, and then we give that to our finance department and they process that. So then if you are, quote, ACH ready and we have your bank account information, then we actually automatically withdraw what your troop owes for the fall product program from your troop bank account. And that way there's no need for checks or anything like that. It's just automatically withdrawn. And we'll talk about that date here in just a bit. But we also, if a troop is not ready and does not have their bank account quite established, then they can come in by November 30th and actually write out a check for whatever the troop owes. And that way then your troop is paid that way. So I hope that clarifies it a little bit more. If you do have questions about if you are ACH ready, that would be a question for your membership coordinator. If you reach out to them, they can help you make sure that the paperwork is filled out properly. And then we do have a question about the shipping costs. Unfortunately, the shipping costs will be about the same. There's not much that M2 can do to work with the providers. And so the shipping will be about as the same as last year. And so I do know that that is a costly expense, but it just sometimes it's necessary then to get the Girl Scouts the sales. So I do apologize for those shipping costs. I wish I could take those away, but unfortunately, I think they're only just going to get worse everywhere for every company. So that's just not great. All right. I am going to go ahead then. I think I have. Oh, and Meg, thank you very much. I had forgotten too that the ACH form is on our website as well. So thank you very much for sharing that. So we're going to continue on here and then we will take a look at some of the M2 sites here. So the Adopt a Soldier option I touched on earlier is a great service opportunity for our Girl Scout troops to give back to our military troops serving overseas. So a customer will just indicate their $5 donation under the Adopt a Soldier column on the order card, and then they'll designate whether they would like to donate a candy or a nut item. So that's easily done on the Girl Scouts order card, and then we'll take a look again at how you enter those on the M2 site. It's also available online. So if a customer is shopping online and would prefer just to make a donation or would like to make a donation in addition to their purchase, they can choose to donate a nut or candy item to the Adopt a Soldier program via online as well. And if our girls reach their goal for the Adopt a Soldier donations, they get this cute Care to Share pineapple patch. So that's kind of going with the Hawaiian theme here. So gsnutsandmags.com/GS Central Illinois is the URL. I know it's a very, very long URL, but that is our council site for fall products. So you as a troop coordinator will receive your email tomorrow, Friday, September 16th. And then girls and parents emails will launch next Friday, September 23rd. So tomorrow you should get an email from M2 asking you to update and verify your contact information. And you'll also be prompted to watch a short troop video as well. So I would be on the lookout throughout the day. If it doesn't come to your inbox, I would also encourage you to make sure to check your spam folder as well, because sometimes our spam folders are very sensitive. But if you don't receive that over the weekend, don't hesitate to let us know and we'll make sure we'll look into it to get you your email as soon as possible. So this is normally the portion where I would hand it over to Aaron, but like I mentioned earlier, he was unable to be with us this evening. Before I dive into more of the M2 side and looking at our online site, were there any questions that I could help to answer? No, there is no minimum order that you need to place. So that is a nice thing about the fall product program is you can order as much or as little as you need for your troop and for your Girl Scout. So there is no minimum order. And I'm going ahead and putting our URL in the chat as well, so you have that again here. Sure. Okay, perfect. There's that URL again in the chat for those of you that can see that, and we can always share that again, but that will be coming to you tomorrow, and that way you can register your troops account. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 2022 Fall Product Program from the M2 side of things. So again, you are helping our Girl Scouts to really build their entire leadership experience. They get to set goals. They get to help you determine what they do with their troop proceeds. They develop people skills by working with their customers, decision-making by, again, determining what to do with the troop proceeds or how she would like to tackle her sale. And again, good business ethics, not starting before the sale, accepting a no gracefully. Those kinds of things are great skills that our girls are learning. And then by participating in the program, they're earning the possibility to earn nutty bucks or cookie dough to go to girl programs, camp, troop activities, and other activities. So it's a great experience for our girls. As a troop leader, you know that the program itself is a learning experience, and then the troops can take their proceeds and use that to go on a trip. They can use that for a community service project or to go to a Girl Scouts of Central Illinois event. They can also use the money they earn to give back to their community. And then the program helps to fund the entire Girl Scout experience. It all comes back to the Girl Scouts. So we did have someone just asked, do the girls have to wear their uniforms while they are going door to door? And there is no requirement, but again, it is a great idea when girls are approaching customers. That is kind of their business outfit. So if you or I were going to a business meeting, we would dress up in our suit or our dress. And so it might be a good idea for our Girl Scout to at least consider wearing their sash or their vest, because it really shows that they are a Girl Scout, and it helps customers to identify who they are as well. But not mandatory, but again, it is a good idea because it helps people to identify who we are. So we have seen this Hawaiian monk seal floating around the training this evening, and that is this year's mascot. So this year is the first year that both the Fall Product and Cookie program will share a theme. So the Go Bright Ahead theme will be shared between the 22 Fall Product program and the 23 Cookie program. Each sale does have their own mascot. For Fall Product, our mascot is the Hawaiian monk seal, which they live on the Hawaiian Islands and the Johnson Atoll. They can be up to 7 feet in length, weigh up to 600 pounds, and live for 30 or more years. They can be underwater for more than 20 minutes and dive up to 1,800 feet. What's most important, and typically with Fall Product, we try to choose an animal mascot of an animal that needs some attention. And the Hawaiian monk seal does need some of our attention because they are considered critically endangered. And that is just because of over tourism, hunting, accidental capture from other fishing gear, and tourism destroying their habitats. So drawing attention to this could inspire a Girl Scout as to be a future marine biologist and help save the Hawaiian monk seals. So you will get to see lots of cute seal imagery throughout the program, but we're really excited about this year's mascot. So again, for troop proceeds, as we mentioned earlier, I am very excited about this opportunity for our troops, but we are offering $1.25 for each nut and candy item sold and $3 for each magazine subscription. So again, very excited about that. The products that girls can, or products that can be purchased for girls, are nuts and candy items as well as magazines. So lots of delicious items and also cool magazines that our customers can take advantage of and and use. So our online shopping sites, we took a little bit of a look at this earlier, but again, the customer can choose how and when they shop, and a customer who chooses nuts and chocolate can also use the either girl delivery or direct ship option. So a girl can send a message here. So you see Izzy made her own message about why being in Girl Scouts matters to her. If our Girl Scouts choose, they can have a video that plays for their customers, and then our customers have choices on how to support them via magazines or nuts and chocolate. So these are the 16 items here that are pictured. Taking a look at our council's top 5 items, our deluxe pecan clusters are our #1 item. Peanut butter bears come in at #2. English butter toffee is #3. #4 are the dark chocolate caramel caps with sea salt. And #5, it's taken over on me here, is the Mint Treasures tin. So again, the Mint Treasures tin will be the Girl Scout memory tin, and then the deluxe pecan clusters and chocolate covered pretzels will be in the holiday tin. So these are what is included on our order card. Saw a question pop up. Okay, someone did ask when the girl parent virtual training is, and that will be a week from tonight on the 22nd of September at 6 p.m. And again, we'll share out that link with everyone so that they can join us. So we do have a couple new products. The chocolate covered pretzels will be offered via order card, online girl delivered, or direct ship. And that again is replacing the Caramel Treasures tin. So this is a better look at our tins for this year. The Girl Scout memory tin will have the mint chocolate treasures, and the chickadee on mitten tin will be our milk chocolate pretzels or our deluxe pecan clusters. So these are really great for gifts or treats for fellow coworkers, teachers, neighbors, friends, and the various. So magazines, we have top selling magazines, HGTV, Highlights, Sports Illustrated, National Geographic, anything you could want pretty much is offered. It also is very easy for our customers to renew any subscriptions that they may have already established. And there's also no cost shipping for our magazines as well. So our girls can get started by making sure that they set up their online account and also making sure that they have an order card collected as well. So that is where the troop comes in. If hopefully you've visited with your service unit coordinator or your troop, or not your troop leader, I'm sorry, or your service center, and you have picked up your order cards and sales material from there. So when girls get the email next Friday to set up, they will determine their preferred email, confirm their membership, then they will set their goals and build their avatar. This is where they will be asked to include their video. And so as you can see here, this is the dashboard this year. So the Girl Scouts avatar is right here. She can easily update it right below her image. She can see where she's at to her goal. She can also take a look at her campaign, her sales reports. If she needs to enter any paper order forms, she will go right here to the Manage Paper Order Forms icon. Once she clicks there, she can enter each customer's order. Or again, if the troop leader prefers, you can enter those yourself, and I'll show you that in a minute. But that is an easy way for the girls to manage their paper order cards, but lots of things. And then they have lots of fun things that they can do. They can take a look at their avatar, check out their personalized patch, and they can also take a look at the rewards that they have earned. So this is where she will design her own avatar. So she'll go through face, hair, body, clothing. You can also choose to add a voice and see how that voice looks, and it syncs up with lip movement. But a girl can really spend some time here making a good representative of herself. And so it's a lot of fun to see, you know, if she's participated in the program before, it's nice to see how she's grown and changed, or maybe she wants to keep the same, but it's a really great opportunity for our Girl Scouts to design herself. So M2 is not an app. It is a website, so it will need to be used like through a Safari or a Chrome browser. You can use it. It is iPhone and iPad friendly, so it will format to being used on a phone, but it is not an app that you can donate it or download. It is an actual website that you have to visit. And the girl and parent training will be recorded for our girls and parents who cannot attend next week. So that will be an option as well for them. So from her dashboard, she has all the tools she needs to run her business. She can send emails. So here is where she can actually download an email address book, or she can add customers individually. So she'll see a list of all her customers here. If she uses the Share My Site feature, she can choose to send texts or social media posts to her customers. From her dashboard, she can also make printable business cards that has her information. So if she needs to, if she goes door to door and a customer isn't home, she could leave a door hanger over here that has a QR code for her customers to scan to shop, or they could leave a business card as well. So lots of tools to help our girls have the most successful online and in-person sale as possible. So again, her dashboard has all kinds of opportunities to interact with emails, social media, text messages. She can also go to her avatar's room and look at the Troop virtual photo. She can also earn some virtual rewards by doing different activities in the site as well. So again, this is where it becomes very interactive and fun for our girls to participate online. This again is where she will go to manage paper order entry cards. This will also be where she selects any of her rewards as well as any sales reports. So that dashboard is going to be very helpful for the Girl Scouts. So the girl does have an opportunity to earn her own personalized patch. Here is a look at the two different options. We have the wetsuit with scuba gear or the surfboard. And again, this girl can earn her personalized patch by first designing her avatar, then sending 18 or more emails from the M2 site, having a total of $300 in sales, and utilizing the Share My Site feature. And once she has achieved all 4 of those steps, that personalized patch will actually be generated and sent out to her right away. So it's not something that she necessarily has to wait until the end of the program for. It's something that even in the midst of the program, she could receive at her house. And so that's kind of a cool motivation as well, that she could receive that as soon as she hits that goal. So here's a quick look at our girl rewards. It is worth mentioning that again this year we do have interlocking patches. What I do like about this design is, you know, if a girl does not hit the goal for one of these patches, it does not look weird if one is not included. So it looks great with all 3 together, but they look great standalone as well. So these are the And I thought maybe to save some of your time, I would not necessarily go slide by slide with each reward. This is also included on each order card as well, but I did want to share the cute plush items as well. So this is the small seal plush here, and this is the large seal plush. And so I think our girls will be very excited to try to earn those items. So here is a good point probably that I could take a moment and pause here to check in and see if there are any questions. So the 18 emails are 18 unique emails to customers. It does not count duplicated emails to the same address, but it is 18 unique emails. And I think between Meg and myself, we have everything else, but again, please feel free. The next time I pause here in just a few minutes, we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. So let's take a little bit of a look at what you will see as the troop leader when you log into M2. So tomorrow, when you receive your troop email, you will receive an invitation to log in. Once you do that, you will watch a brief troop training video, and then you can actually get to work and get started preparing for the sale to kick off next week by queuing the parent adult email campaign. And you also want to make sure to take a moment and design your own volunteer avatar. The troop can earn a personalized patch and the girls can see your avatar. So it's really fun for the girls to be able to see what their troop leader has designed for themselves, and you will be included in the troop photo as well. So we do encourage you to take a moment and design that volunteer avatar. So for those of you that have worked with fall product in the past, you may remember the parent guardian email blast. Well, that name has been changed and it is now the parent adult email campaign. And so when you access your site tomorrow, you should be able to see a list of your troops under the parent adult email campaign. So you'll see your Girl Scouts first and last name, as well as their email. You can choose to send it in Spanish. And here you can see a status of whether it's been delivered, sent, if it's bounced. But this is where you will see your Girl Scouts, and don't panic. We are continuing to upload girls as the days progress. So if you don't see your Girl Scouts tomorrow, don't quite panic, but you can reach out to myself, our customer care team, or membership team, program team, and we will help to make sure that all of your girls are in the M2 system for the start of the sale next Friday. So this also gives you an opportunity here if you notice that we don't have the correct email or a parent has changed their email address, you can actually change those here. And then you can queue this email up. And so what that will do is then first thing next Friday, your Girl Scouts will receive their parent and guardian email campaign and they can set up their account. So they will receive an email similar to what you will tomorrow with instructions on how to get set up, and then they can roll along from there. So here's the troop dashboard. So the troop dashboard, again, you can take a look and see what your entire troop is doing sales wise. Here's where you can design your avatar, check your troop photo. You can also see here at a glance what your troop is doing. How many girls have launched their campaign? How many have created an avatar? How many emails total has your troop sent? So a nice at a glance glimpse here. Then down below, you have lots of different options here. You can choose to send messages to your Girl Scouts from the M2 system. You can also manage your Girl Scouts right here. So that will be where you can change email information, update names, anything like that. Down below, it is the financials. So you can take a look at your banking and payments, sales reports, and take a look at your summary report as well. Then on this side here is paper order entry. And this is where you will go as a troop leader to enter any order cards that either parents did not enter, or if you want to enter them all, that is where you will go to enter those paper orders. If a Girl Scout doesn't make her reward selections in time, as a troop leader, you also have the options to work with rewards for your Girl Scouts as well. So this dashboard is going to be extremely helpful, but again, very intuitive. So there is a troop personalized patch. You see it pictured right here. The troop leader can earn a personalized patch by designing your troop avatar, sending the parent guardian email campaign message, and reaching a total of $1,300 in total troop sales. And again, just like with the Girl Scout personalized patch, as soon as your troop hits that milestone, you will receive that patch and it will be generated for you. So we are going to take a look here at delivery, but I wanted to pause and see if we had any questions here. Right, so it looks like if different girls have the same email, then they will receive an email for each girl to set up their account. Login is tomorrow, yes, so girls cannot, troops will have access tomorrow, girls will not have access to the site until next Friday when the program launches. Yes, you can add additional parent emails to the email campaign. So if dad wants to be in the loop, you can add him, or if we don't have a girl added, you can add her as well. So yes, different girls can receive enters to the same email. And I believe here, let's see. I thought I had a screen. I think I take a look at the paper order. If not, I will go back to that as well. Yes, each leader will get a patch as well. So each leader that is registered for the troop will get a personalized patch. So I think we hit all the highs and lows here. But again, I will go ahead and go back while we're taking a look here. And so paper order entry is this button right here under product management. Once you click paper order entry, then you'll see a screen of each of your Girl Scouts, and you'll click Girl Scout, each name, and enter their order card from there. But you can also, again, save yourself the trouble and have each parent enter their own paper orders as well. All right. So you will want to make sure as a troop that you print delivery tickets for your Girl Scouts. And so we do encourage you to print 2 copies of those delivery tickets. You'll do that in the product management site. So you'll see down here under delivery tickets, you have the option for Girl Scout tickets. Your troop will be populated and you will just click the create ticket button that will print for you. It will look similar to this report right here. And then when you have 2 copies, that will help you to keep 1 copy for yourself and then also have a copy to send home with the family as well. So banking and payments, you can take a look at, again, from that dashboard, when you click your troop summary report, this will pop up on your screen. So you'll see a list of your campaign stats from how many girls sold, how many avatars were created, how many emails were sent. Then you can also see what each of your sales channels did. So you'll see total sales here. Then you'll see how online magazine sales, direct ship sales, and order card sales, and online girl delivered sales. So it breaks it out by category as well as a total summary. So that's a nice little glimpse of you for you to see. If you are a leader who manages multiple troops, by clicking this drop down arrow, you can actually navigate between your troops' different summary reports. On the banking and payment side of things, you won't be able to enter your troop payments. That will be done from the council side of things. We just want to make sure we keep it honest and fair for everyone. So council will enter any troop payments, but as a leader, you are welcome to keep track of any payments made by Girl Scouts in the M2 system. And you can do that easily here by going to banking and payments, add a Girl Scout payment, and then it will prompt you through the process in order to record that payment. And that way then you can see at a glance who has paid, who still owes, and so on. So it makes it very easy from the finance side of things. So we also will have delivery of rewards. It is important to note that rewards will arrive separately from the Girl Scout product. So rewards will come afterwards. So the service unit coordinator will let you know when rewards are ready for distribution. That will be towards the end of November that those will be available. Really quick, I did want to hop back here just to delivery tickets. And I wanted to touch base on the outstanding balance process again. So at the end of the program, if you are experiencing difficulty collecting money from a Girl Scout family, we want to take that responsibility out of your hands so that you can maintain a good working relationship with that family. So what you will want to do, and there was an outstanding balance form included in your troop packet. If you need additional forms, that is available on our website, and we also have it available in our service centers as well. But you will complete one outstanding balance form for each Girl Scout that you may be experiencing trouble collecting money with. And with that, you will want to include that signed parent permission form. So that's why I encourage you to hold on to those signed forms until the end of the program, so that way you have them if you need them. You'll also want to include the signed delivery ticket. So I mentioned when you print the product delivery ticket that lists the different nut and candy items that the Girl Scout will need to deliver, When you print those 2 copies, the parent will sign one and give that back to you, and they will take a copy with them to help them break their order down. In the case of an outstanding balance, you'll want to take that signed receipt that when they picked up their product, and include that with the parent permission form and the outstanding balance form as well. So that with the parent permission form and outstanding balance form will then help us. The council will then adjust what we automatically withdraw from your troops account. And that way we're not taking out money that you don't necessarily have. And then we work with the family to collect the money from there. So that is how the outstanding balance process will work. So when you print delivery tickets for your rewards, you don't necessarily need to print 2 copies. You don't need to have the parent sign a copy when picking up, but it does make it easy to have that, again, those tickets printed by Girl Scout tickets. And that way you can see what each girl earns and you can pack their rewards a little bit quicker. So we do have customer care. So not only do we have our council customer care, but we also have M2. So I work with M2 very closely at the beginning of the program to give them a lot of our council information, so that if any of our troops or parents reach out to them for assistance, they know some of the answers and can help them right away. So you might want to go ahead and save both this email and this phone number just in case you have any problems, but they are a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee, and they're always happy to help. So if you email support.gsnutsandmags.com, or you call 800-372 8520, you'll be able to reach M2's help. But again, you can also always reach out to our customer care team, your membership staff member, your program staff member, anybody from Girl Scouts is willing to help you as well with that. And I did see a couple questions pop up, and I did want to go ahead. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Meg, for including that in the chat as well. So that, again, is a very helpful option for you if you have questions about the site or are having issues. But the Girl Scouts of Central Illinois staff is always more than willing to help as well. So again, I wanted to thank you for your support. And I really, again, appreciate you taking time and attending tonight's training. You've always asked very considerate questions, and I'm looking forward to a very successful 2022 program. So I will continue to answer any questions as they pop up here, but I do want to thank you very much for taking time. So a troop leader asked, can credit card payments be accepted through the M2 website for card orders? And unfortunately, no, we cannot take a card payment for order card or in-person orders. Credit cards can only be accepted for our customers shopping online. So it will need to be cash or check for those customers shopping in person. Amy, good points. If you and the parents, we mentioned Girl Scouts making payments to you, it's a good idea when Girl Scouts are making payments as well that you have any receipts. And that way, if they're, again, in the case of an outstanding balance or any other issue, you have those receipts when any money is exchanged as well. So good suggestion. Thank you. Yes, the email is correct with no @ sign. I always think it's a little, it is support.nutsandmags.com. So it is a little funky, but it will get there. So if families of the group choose to not participate in the sale, then that is completely fine. So if you have a family who does not want to participate in the fall product program, that is completely up to them. It does not hurt the troop in any way. And so again, that is just up to the family's preference. For door-to-door sales, what will girls have in hand? So girls will have their order card for in-person orders. They can also choose to print the business cards or the door hangers that we talked about, and they can leave those for customers if they're going door to door, but they miss a customer, they can leave a door hanger, but they will have those materials in hand when they go door to door for sales. Yes, all checks for fall product payments should be made out to Girl Scouts of Central Illinois or GSCI. Is it required to participate for those seeking a gold award? I do believe it is. I'm not 100% sure, Louisa, so let me follow up with you on that.
Emma, this is Kelly. It
Oh, hi.
is required. So if you're going to do any additional fundraising for your gold award, you must participate in both fall and the cookie program.
Okay, thank you. I thought that was the case. I just didn't want to speak out of turn. Thank you very much. Are there any other questions at this time? Okay, again, as I mentioned, I am going to go ahead while a few other questions are coming in. I am going to go ahead and share my email address. So that way, those of you who might not be able to use the chat feature are able to send that to me and just pop a little note in that says you attended tonight's training. So there is my email address right there. Okay, so as far as turning in any checks, if it is a Girl Scout paying for products that people have ordered from them, then you will take those checks made out to GSCI and you will deposit those into your troop bank account. And then if your troop is quote unquote ACH ready, has that authorization for automatic withdrawal form complete, we will either automatically withdraw what your troop owes, or you can come into your local service center and pay by check. And so then you can also, if girls are turning in money to you, then you can put them in the website. That is more for your tracking purposes, just so you have a record of who has paid what. That is not mandatory for you to do, but it's just an option. And yes, troop checks can be made out to your troop and deposited into the bank account. And so someone asked, are magazine subscriptions one price or varied? The prices are varied by magazine subscription, so there is no one set price for our magazine subscriptions.
Okay, I have a quick question, and I'm too tired to type because I've been up too early. We're gonna have the parents do the parent sign-in thing and explain everything out tomorrow, because we thought we was able to give them the flyer stuff tomorrow, but I found out we couldn't, so we're gonna give it to them next week. But what about the magazines? Is that the same as the regular flyers? We have to wait till next Friday for that too?
Yes, that is the same. Magazines and the nut and candy will all go live next Friday.
Okay, but we can have them do the paperwork tomorrow.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, just double checking again.
Oh yeah, no problem. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Any other questions? If not, please feel free. You can leave at your leisure, but I am here to answer any questions. Again, here also is my email address, emeyer, M-E-Y-E-R. I'll also throw it in the chat. How about that? And that way you have that. Perfect. There's my email address in the chat as well. But I thank you all very much for your time. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let us know. And good luck with your 2022 fall product program. Have a good rest of your evening, everybody, and thank you. Reagan, yes, that is correct. So you will get that email tomorrow as the troop leader. You can enter parents and get them all set up. And then even if you queue that email tomorrow, it will just hang out and then be released to on that next Friday then to go out. So yes, you can go ahead and start adding girls or checking their emails tomorrow, but it will be held until next Friday. So Madison, in your situation here, so if sibling A, if Anna sends an email to grandma and grandma shops from Anna's link, then Anna will get credit. If Beth then sends an email to grandma and grandma shops from Beth, she will get credit. And then each girl also gets credit for their email as well. So it counts from the girls' account. So even if they are sharing an email, they will each get credit because they each will have their own account.